Okay, welcome to the broadcast tonight. I got 9/11/2018, 8 o'clock straight up. Glad to have everybody on board. Tonight I want to be discussing um, a strategy on how to build your business and have pain-free growth. And I'll kind of explain this as we roll through. And in the first, maybe I should tell you a little story. Um, I was in the business for many, many years, making a lot of money. And my wife and I, we were at a function, and I looked around in the organization, and we probably had 600-700 people at the function we were at. And as I looked at everybody in the group, I realized that nobody really was making any money. We were making a lot of money, but none of my people were making anywhere near as the money that I was making. And I couldn't figure out why nobody was duplicating me until all of a sudden my wife said, well, Jeff, look at this. Monday you're in Minneapolis, Tuesday you're in Green Bay, Wednesday you're in Chicago, Thursday in Kansas City. She said, the reason nobody's making the kind of money you're making is nobody's willing to do what you're doing, or basically what I got, the message, which is nobody was willing to go through that kind of pain. And so that set me on a quest to do what we're doing right now, is to develop a business that everybody would want to become successful. And as I lay out the strategy and kind of cover, these 3 simple steps that y'all can do to have pain-free growth, I want you to just see this all working for you. And here's the first thing that you can do to have pain-free growth is keep the main thing the main thing. If you're trying to get people to do stuff, if you're thinking your success is because you're not teaching people, how to prospect, how to convert, how to, do database acquisition and conversion, you will have a lot of pain. But if you look at network marketing from a business model and realize the business model is not a pyramid like a traditional business. It's a V. It's a inverted pyramid. And because I want you to think about this, when you look at normal business and ask yourself this question: how many people would agree there's more positions available at the job entry level of the industry you work in that are at the upper levels? Okay. Now think about this. So there's more positions at the entry level that are at the upper levels, but the higher you go, the more money you make. So if you're going to graph that out as a model, it would be a pyramid. Well, because that's where most of us come from when we look at network marketing. We realize there's rules that govern that paradigm, and those rules are, is be, do, and have. And here's something I want you to think about: how many were told to go to school to get a good education, so you can get a good job, so you can make a lot of money? And I remember when I was in school, my brother was he's a triple E engineer. He graduated umma cum laude. He was like number 1 in his class. And I came along, I was more into sports. And so the guidance counselor looked at me, he said, man, Jeff, he said, you should think about going to college. You don't have the skill set. And so what they teach you in school is that the A students hire the B students, and the A students make more money because they have more credentials. And really it became exposed to me. One of my buddies was, he was in technology back in the 90s when computers were first rolling out, before the internet. And he had a contract with a major nutraceutical company to do stuff for them in technology. They brought in a new company to reorganize this corporation, and so they contacted all their subcontractors, said, hey, listen, we're interviewing everybody. Everybody's got to start from the beginning. So it didn't make a difference that John had a contract to do the job he was doing for this company for 5-6 years. They didn't even interview him because he didn't have a degree. So they only interview people if he got the credentials. So in other words, in paradigm A, the first step is, do you have the credentials? It's like, if you don't have a degree, you don't even get interviewed for the job. And so when you look how most people come into network marketing, this is a model they come from. They understand the purpose of the B is you got to have the credentials to get the interview. And then once you got the interview, then you got to prove to the HR department you can do the task. And then based upon your capacity to produce what they need, they will hire you. Then competition of your position determines what you get paid. So it really doesn't matter what you want to have in the corporate world. The only thing really matters is, can you do the job? So 100% of all the focus in paradigm A is do. So when people get into network marketing, they think that's where their success is. Their success is in their ability to do. And that's the least important thing in network marketing. See, network marketing, because it's a V, the first question we need to ask people is, what do you want to have? What's your dreams? What do you want to accomplish? What's your motivation? And so once you realize there's no limit to what you can accomplish in network marketing, that's got to be the first thing you want to do. And if you want to have pain-free business growth, then spend your time helping people figure out what they want to have. And once you plot that economic dot wherever it's at, then you have to realize they're never going to achieve that dream thinking at the level they're at when they get in. Because you'll always act in a manner that's consistent with how you see yourself conceptually. So if you get into network marketing and you're at this level of income, well, you ain't going to make this much money in network marketing just because you get into network marketing. If this is where you are in paradigm A, this is where you are in paradigm B. They're both the same thing. So what our job is to have pain-free growth is help people to identify their dreams and then explain to them their work is not what they do. Their work is in who they need to become. And so rather than go off and put all the stress and the pressure on you trying to teach people how to close people, trying to teach people, how to build, marketing funnels. Instead of doing that, help people to work at becoming who they need to become, because once they become that person, they will manifest a physical equivalence of that dream. So how do you become who you need to become? Well, you hang with people who think at a different level. You hang with people who have the attitude, the self-image, and the belief that where you want to get to. So your job to have pain-free growth is to help your people identify their dreams and then help them spend time with people who automatically think at that level. You'll find out something. The higher you go on the ladder of success, the more the people have figured out the keys to success, the more they're willing to share those keys. Now in paradigm A, they don't share them because they look at you as competition for the position. But in paradigm B, for the truly wealthy, they realize, hey, I've learned this. So let me share with you what I've learned, because now basically, if you listen to any or read anything that Jack Canfield talks about, you basically uncover one of your pegs so you have room for more growth. So you figure out what their dreams are. You help them figure out their dreams and just teach them, focus on your dream, focus on your dream. If they're having problems, just help them think about their dream, visualize it, and affirm them in possession of their dream, and then help them believe they can get the dream. Because once you believe you can get it, the path to attainment comes. And no matter how good you are at teaching people do, they will always act in a manner with how they see themselves conceptually. And if they see themselves as a person who struggles, they will always struggle. So the way to have pain-free growth is help people figure out what their dream is. Help them believe they can get their dream. And that's what I do. I help people figure out what they want to have, and I help them to believe that they can get it. And once they believe they can get it, then they'll figure out the path to get it. And then you'll find out it's more fun, and there's no pain in doing that. And here's the next thing. Make sure you systematize and automate everything. Okay? And so, in fact, as I was on the phone this afternoon with Bill, and we were talking about some techniques that he has in contacting prospects that convert. And as I say, hey Bill, what you need to do is we need to script that. Then we need to make a video on that so it becomes automated, so it can be systematized and automated so everybody can use it. If you'll realize every time you come up with something that works, you need to figure out how to systematize it so everybody can use it. Okay, and again, I call this the scarcity mentality that people have. That they figure out something that works, they don't want to tell anybody about it because they don't want to have competition for their position. They don't want to have competition for what they figured out. They want to hoard it. Well, guess what? That hoarding principle, that's a scarcity mentality. You'll never achieve great success if you don't let go. And so once you figure out something works, then figure out how to systematize it and then automate it. So then you have unprecedented growth. Because here's what happens. As you start sowing that seed, coming up with good ideas, then all of a sudden you have other people sowing good seed. And next thing you know, you've got capture pages, you got landing pages, you got autoresponders, you got stuff that converts up. Next thing you know, genius starts stepping in and taking over your business because your focus is on systematizing and automating. And back in the old days when we did belly stuff, we used to tell people whoever showed the most plans wins. Well, today, if you're showing a plan, you're doing it the long way, the hard way. And if you're picking up the phone and you're making an invite over the phone with people, you're doing it the hard way and the long way. You want to figure out how to systematize it, automate it. And it kind of gets back to what I said the earlier phase, keep the main thing. If you keep your dream in front of you and then realize you need to work at becoming who you need to become, then you'll get hunches on what to do, act on those hunches. So systematize and automate everything. And then the third thing that you can do to make it pain-free growth is run it by the numbers. Stop looking at what people say. Stop listening to what they say. Run the numbers, okay? And again, you want to set yourself up, and again, this is not a guarantee of income, but I've been doing this long enough to know that if you drive 3 legs 15 deep, you set yourself up to make 6 figures. If you drive 5 legs 15 deep, you've set a 7-figure foundation. Okay, now most people don't understand this concept of depth. What they do, most people spend all the time putting on width, and that's painful. That's painful growth. It's more fun to drive depth. Okay, as you start driving depth, it's crazy, because all of a sudden you have a whole team of guys that are all focused at driving depth, and all of a sudden it becomes fun. And again, we know that you want to get 5 legs, you can drive 15 levels deep. Well, you probably got to put on about 15 people. We know if you put on 15, you probably get 5 that are ready now. You probably get 5 that do a little bit later, and you probably get 5 that's all you got to think about it, and 5 never will. So you start figuring out how to put the numbers on and drive depth, and then again, I'm not making any guarantees of income. I mean, that concept of 3 legs, 15 deep, foundation of 6 figures, and 5 legs, 15 deep, foundation of 7 figures, not a guarantee, but I haven't found anybody have done that didn't make that kind of money. And then I make a deal with people, okay? And this is what I do. I tell people, I'll take my time, my money, my resources, I take all my expertise, I help you build a business that will get your dreams, provided you do this. Provided, number 1, you follow the pattern that I put together. Okay, and the pattern is basically the raw leads go in, the automatic inviter goes off, and basically does all the work. It does the contacting, does the sifting, does the sorting, does the starting. As they pop out of the funnel, then you sit up with them and you visit with them to find out, are they a buyer, are they a consumer, are they a producer? And then so that's our pattern. So if you follow a pattern, then the next step, plug into our system. And what our system is, every Tuesday night I do a broadcast like this, plug into the broadcast on Tuesday night. And the third thing is spend $25 a month on a product, basically $25 an iWeb tool. So if you'll follow the pattern, plug in a system, and spend $25 a month, I'll lock arms with you, and I'll help drive depth. I'll help you build an organization that can get your dreams. And all we're really doing, we're looking for people that says, yes, you got a deal. Once you learn the simplicity of building an organization, I don't know about you, how many of y'all would like to have a 6-7 figure income, and you set it up one time and it lasts a test of time? It won't happen unless you drive depth. Okay, and again, if you think it's going to happen because you become an expert in conversion, you become an expert in database acquisition, you are going to be sadly mistaken. You're going to have a lot of stress in your life, and you're going to have a painful growth, because they'll get in and they'll quit. They'll get in and they quit. But if you help people get things rather than getting to do things, you'll find out this becomes fun, because everything I'm doing is to help my team members get their dream. Why are you doing this? In fact, I had a couple of guys that said, well, why did you get in the network marketing? And every now and then I get somebody say, well, I got in because I love the products. And I'm thinking, well, stop. I understand the concept that stories sell and facts just tell, and you always weave this crazy story about a product into your presentation. But I said, don't try to sell me. Tell me why you got in. Well, I really do like the products. I said, well, then you're going to have a hard time making a lot of money, because let me tell you why most people get in. Most people get in because they're sick and tired of being broke. Most people get in because they don't think they can accomplish all the dreams doing what they're doing. Most people get in because they realize their job stinks. Most people get in because they're a boomer and they don't have enough money saved for retirements. Most people get in because they're sick and tired of having the babysitter and having daycare raise their kids. Most people get in because they like to take a vacation where they didn't have to stay with a relative. Most people get in because they're sick and tired of having people call them up and tell them they owe money. Most people get in because they got a dream in their heart that they can't get. They're looking for a vehicle to help them get it. And all I do is say, I'll lock arms with you. I help you get your dream. All I ask you to do is follow my pattern, plug in the system, spend $25 a month. Do we got a deal? And they say, yes. I said, here's what I want you to do. I want you to stay focused on your dream. I want you to see yourself in possession. I want you to feel it. I want you to affirm it. And then all I want you to do is I want you to charge towards it. I want you to put forth a commitment. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to spend 90 minutes a week. That's all I want you to do, 90 minutes a week. I want you to spend 90 minutes, do education, plug into this broadcast. 30 minutes a week. Spend 30 minutes on database acquisition. Spend 30 minutes on conversion. This is all you really do. And focus on your dream. Focus. And anytime you get upset, anytime you get frustrated, anytime you get down, don't go off and try to figure out how to convert. Don't go off and try to figure out how to close. I want you to go off. I want you to take out your dreams. I want you to see yourself in possession of that dream. I want you to see yourself driving that new car. I want you to see yourself living in that new house. I want you to see yourself taking that vacation, and then say it, affirmation. I'm proudly staying on the deck, overlooking my brand new pool. I want you to see it, want you to feel it, and then I want you to take a step of faith. That's what I do. That's why I have no pain. That's why my growth never has any pain, because people come up and say, I can't get anybody in. So, well, what's your motivation? What's your dream? Why are you doing this? Let's stay focused on it. You can do it. You can do it. By the way, okay, who do you know? If in fact, when I sponsor somebody, I don't have my phone close by. Well, what I do, I just say, take out your phone. Who can you text right now? Just say, I got something you got to see. And then send them to the 0001X. That's all you do. Who cares if they say yes? It's not the important thing is not that they say yes. It's the fact that you took a step towards your dream in faith. Once your subconscious mind takes ownership of the dream, that dream is yours, the path will come. And once you get this, again, you want to build a large organization, you're going to find out you're going to spend more time teaching people how to become who they need to become so they can manifest their dreams than you are in teaching them how to close. If you're teaching people how to close, it's painful, it's stressful. And guess what? There's no cookie cutter program. If there's a cookie cutter program, then we would all be doing it. So you figure what your dream is. You visualize it, affirm it, and take a step in faith. What's a step in faith? Take out your phone, text them, and say, I got something you got to check out, man. It's the way we can make some money. Let me know if you're interested. If they say, what is it? You send them to the 0001X. That's all you got to do. And then what happens is if they say, well, you have to say, what's the next step? Hey, then send them to the 0103X, okay? And after they watch the 001X and 0103X, and again, I don't have iWebitool, but you'll understand they're ready to rock. Hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and close the broadcast now. Hold on, or the recording. Hold on.